a 21st birthday in this one. A fight, an assist, and a shootout game winner. Unofficial Gordie Howe hat trick for number 11 in this one. Morsey was outstanding tonight. Spencer Knight played on his head in the net tonight, and the Hawks were phenomenal when it came to the shorthanded unit. The fact that the Hawks won this game honestly surprises me. In fact, I was going into tonight kind of uncomfortable playing Carolina, knowing the Hawks haven't won a game against Carolina since the COVID season when Carolina was in the Blackhawks division. Shots on goal per period, 4-13 in favor for the Hurricanes in the first, 8-12 in favor for the Hurricanes in the second, 8-5 in favor for your Blackhawks in the third, 2-1 in favor for your Blackhawks in the overtime. Total shots on goal, 22-31 in favor for Carolina. Face-offs, Carolina won them. 65% of the draws went in favor to Carolina. Hawks went 0 for 1 on the power play to the Hurricanes going 0 for 5. A lot of good stick movement for the Hawks to keep Carolina off the board when it came to them being on the power play. The Hawks were outstanding shorthanded tonight. This was an entertaining game. First period of play, it was the Hawks got a chance pretty early in the game, but Carolina kept finding their game and holding the Hawks to 0 shots on goal almost midway through the first period of play. Hawks had 1 shot on goal basically 10 minutes into the game. Carolina was peppering Spencer Knight, and Knight had none of it. Then the Hawks go shorthanded, and shorthanded, the Hawks were phenomenal. At 11-12, in the first period, scored by number 95, Ilya Mikheyev. His 9th of the season. Shorthanded tonight, going unassisted for a 1-0 lead. Ilya Mikheyev, shorthanded goal, gives the Hawks the lead over Carolina. Outstanding puck blocking for Mikheyev, where he gets this puck in the defensive zone, gets it up to the neutral zone, almost loses control, regains control, goes in, shoots it onto the pads of Frederick Anderson, and he gets his own rebound and stuffs it in. Hawks lead 1-0 over Carolina. Ilya Mikheyev with a shorthanded goal. But unfortunately, after the Hawks killed the power play, Carolina does find an opportunity and get on the board. At 12:50, just a minute and a half after the Hawks scored, Nystrom scores his first in the NHL, assisted by Kotkaniemi to make it a 1-1 game. This goal by Nystrom, he gets it and shoots it from the slot and beats Spencer Knight, and it's a 1-1 game. After that, it was all Carolina. Carolina held the Hawks into the defensive zone. It felt like the Hawks were stuck in the defensive zone for 17 minutes of play. It was not really that lopsided, but it felt like it. The Hawks were on the heels all throughout the first period. Hawks get a goal. It's okay. We go into the intermission, tied up 1 apiece, and against Carolina, that's okay. That's really good. The Hawks only had 4 shots on goal after 1. Going into the second period of play, the Hawks come out. They come out moving the puck well and get an opportunity early. Doesn't go in, but then the Hawks get another opportunity at 4:35 in the second period. Scored by number 76, Nick Lourdes. his 5th of the season, assisted by number 8, Ryan Donato, and number 11, Oliver Moore. Ollie gets the puck into the offensive zone, streaking into by the triangles to form the trapezoid. He gets it on the stick of Donato. Donato coasts in, kind of passing Anderson. Backhand pass over to Lardis in the slot, and Lardis buries 1-5 on Anderson. Hawks are now leading by a goal. It's a 2-1 lead over Carolina. That's a good goal. Ollie gets on the board. Lardis gets another nice goal, and the Hawks are rolling. However, it doesn't last long. Carolina starts finding their game back, getting a couple opportunities, and well, they go down the ice 2-on-1, and Connor Bedard is the lone defenseman for the Blackhawks. And at 9:19, Jordan Staal scores his 11th of the season, assisted by Martinook and Slavin to tie the game up at 2 apiece. When Bedard was doing the right play, he was trying to keep Staal from passing the puck over, but Staal has a nice shot, and he was able to release the puck pretty quick. Top shelf pass night. It's a 2-2 game. The Hurricanes continue to press. The Hawks killed off a couple penalties, and well, then Oliver Moore gets into a fight late in the second period of play. Yeah, Morsey drops the gloves after Lardis takes a hit, and Ollie doesn't really win the fight at all, but he gets called for roughing and a 5 for fighting. Okay, that doesn't make sense at all. Hawks kill that penalty off, and then we go into the third period of play, in which it felt like a lot of the same. Even though the Hawks were the better team in the third period, the Hawks were moving the puck well, getting a lot of opportunities off early. They had their power play moved into the third period of play. Couldn't capitalize on it, but they had a few nice looks. Bedard nearly scored, but he ringed it off the pipe. Nazar had a couple opportunities, and the Hawks were playing smart hockey. They were getting a lot of control, moving it, getting opportunities, but it took a while till we saw the next goals put on the board. And well, at 13:38 in the third period, scored by number 5, Connor Murphy, his 2nd of the season, assisted by number 59, Tyler Bertuzzi, and number 95, Ilya Mikheyev, to give the Hawks a 1-goal lead again. Murphy gets the puck from Bertuzzi, and Murph cuts up, goes in, deking Anderson out of its pads, and puts it in on the net, and the Hawks lead by 1. But good things don't last long when it comes to the Blackhawks this year, because they do give up goals pretty quick after scoring. And well, this happened again. A minute later, at 14:20 in the third period, Jackson Blake scores his 16th of the season, assisted by Stankoven and Hall, to make it a 3-3 game. Stankoven wraps around the net and gets the puck onto Blake's stick, and Blake puts it in. It's a tied game, and the Hawks aren't able to hold the lead again. We go into overtime now, and the Hawks win the opening faceoff. Nazar wins it back. Hawks control, moving it up the ice. They really don't get much of an opportunity to score. And it was back and forth, trying to control the play. Then Oliver Moore goes on a breakaway. He nearly scores, couldn't get it in. And we go to a shootout. Into the shootout we go. The Hurricanes selected to shoot first, and they go with Jackson Blake. And he shoots it onto the pads of Spencer Knight. Hawks and are so tied with the Hurricanes, no goal apiece. First shooter for the Hawks, Nick Lourdes. Lourdes goes up wide. He beats Anderson, but he just misses the net, and it remains 0-0 in the shootout. Second shooter for the Hurricanes, Andrei Svechnikov, goes up and goes forehand, backhand, forehand, top shelf, and the Hurricanes take a 1-0 lead after their second shooter. Next shooter for the Blackhawks, number 98, Connor Bedard. Bedard goes up wide, comes in, speeding up, slowing down, bunny hop a little bit, beating Anderson. Hawks tie it up 1 apiece on the shootout. Then the Hurricanes select to go with Seth Jarvis, in which he misses the net entirely. It remains 1-1. Next shooter for the Hawks is number 91, Frank Nazar. Nazar goes up wide. He shoots it right onto the pad of Frederick Anderson. It remains 1-1. Next shooter for the Hurricanes, Keandre Miller, in which he misses entirely. It goes to the next shooter for the Hawks, Andre Burakovsky. Burakovsky going in up wide, and he does the same as Nazar, shoots it onto the pads of Anderson. Next shooter for the Hurricanes, Logan Stankoven. Stankoven goes up, deking, and Spencer Knight makes the save, glove hand. And then next shooter for the Hawks, number 8, Ryan Donato. Donato goes up wide on the left side, then slows down, deking left, forehand, backhand, forehand, and then backhand, and he can't lift the puck over the pad of Anderson, and Anderson makes the save. Next shooter for the Hurricanes, Mark Janikowski, in which he just shoots it right into the glove of Spencer Knight. And now we get into the final shooter, number 11, Ollie Moore. Oliver goes up wide, shoots it, and goes bore down for his 21st birthday and wins it for the Chicago Blackhawks in Carolina. Yes, Moore buries one in a shootout. Hawks go home, and now with the victory over Carolina. Good victory for the Hawks. Fun game. Now they have another game tomorrow against the Tampa Bay Lightning at the United Center. So down in the comments down below, I want to hear what your thoughts were on tonight's action. And thank you for watching the broadcast. Please leave a like and subscribe if you haven't done so already. And most of all, Hawks win! Hawks win! And let's go Hawks!